Hi there, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 of my favorite experiments that show why storytelling is so mega important. Make sure to watch the video until the end because the last experiment is actually my favorite one. Alright, let's dive into the first experiment. A few years back, Chip Heath, who's the co-author of Made to Stick, ran an experiment at Stanford University. In one of his classes, he asked some of his students to deliver a short 1-minute speech on the issue of nonviolent crimes in the US. Part of the students gave a speech, and the other part of the students were supposed to rate or rank these speeches based on delivery and persuasiveness. Awesome exercise, and all the students took it very seriously, listening very closely and rating the speakers. At the end of the exercise, Chip said, well, that's it for that exercise. Let's move into the next topic. And he started sharing a short video, but only to distract the students. A few minutes in, he stopped the video and he said to his class, forget about the video. I want you to write down every single idea that you had just heard in the previous speeches. Immediately the student, got out a sheet of paper and started thinking, writing down all the ideas that they remembered from the previous exercise. After that exercise, Chip collected all the papers and analyzed the results. Now, what did he find? He found that only 5% of the students recalled any statistic or any number. And that in a class of Stanford University, supposedly some of the smartest people on this planet. Now, what percentage remembered a story? 63% of the people remembered a story. Isn't that fascinating? If you want your buyer, your coworker, your friend, really any stakeholder to remember you and your ideas, gotta tell stories. Stories will make you more memorable. Second experiment. In 2009, New York Times journalists Rob Walker and Josh Glenn ran an experiment. They went to a bunch of thrift stores and garage sales in New York to buy 100 used items. Now, items like a nutcracker, a jar of marbles, a bottle opener, a toy horse, all these random objects, insignificant objects you'd find at my grandma's place. Then they did something a little bit different. They asked a group of volunteers to write short fictional stories for each one of the items. They then put the items on eBay. But not with the normal description, but including the short fictional stories. 6 months later, most of the items were sold. Question. Initially, they had paid $129 for the 100 objects. What do you think, for how much were the 100 items sold for? They sold them for $3,613. That's a 2,700% increase in value. Isn't that crazy? Only by sharing stories, you can increase the value of your product or service. Third and last experiment. That experiment comes from neuroscientist Paul Zak. In that experiment, he invited a bunch of volunteers to watch a short animated video of a dying boy. They didn't get to watch the same video. One part of the group watched the video with a clear narrative arc, aka a story, clear ups and downs. The other part of the group, they got to watch the video with a flat narrative arc. No story, no ups and downs. What Paul Zak did, he took some blood samples of the participants before watching the video and after watching the video. Now, what did he find? He found that the people who watched the video with the clear narrative arc, with the story, that they saw an increased level in oxytocin. Now, what is oxytocin? Oxytocin is also known as the love hormone. When our brain synthesizes oxytocin, we become kinder, we become more compassionate, we become more generous. So when you tell well-crafted stories, your listener's brain will release oxytocin. With that, they'll become more likely to trust you and be open to your ideas. Storytelling builds trust. It's one of the most powerful tools to get someone to open up to you. All right, that's it for today. If you enjoyed today's video and you want to see more content like that, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thanks a lot for watching. Ciao, ciao.